Born in the 80s
I
episode.
finally finished gathering materials for my flare core leggings.
Is that what you were doing?
Hey, you got them from the guild, so you're fully indebted to them. So when I leave the guild, you'll have to stay.
No, I'm a millennial. I don't have loyalty.
Okay.
And I paid for them.
I'm gonna give this guild one more night, and on Monday. I've already reached out to another guild.
Which one?
Meteor.
Oh, I've been looking at them.
All caps. They raid on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yeah. I was looking up.
Late night. They're like 8 to midnight or something. Or no. 8 to 1, which is 9 to midnight for us. It's 9 to midnight for us. I think. They're 10 to 1.
Somebody from Focus went there.
Yes.
Oh, did that not work?
Yes, I saw that. And I also saw that one of our Chewy Chomp, one of the warriors that was in Focus, raided with them on Thursday.
Yeah. So then I saw that, and I started looking at their parses and stuff, and it was pretty impressive. And then the other night, I wound up in a Dire Maul East group with a bunch of Meteor alts, and they all seemed pretty cool. So
did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do seem kind of cool, and I'm interested. And they said I would have a spot if I wanted to, and I said, "Thank you. I'm not going to quit my guild yet. I want to give them at least one more time." But the problem is that this is too early for me, our guild. Because it's what? It's 6 p.m. on Sunday. It's that's like I'm eating dinner, Sunday dinner. Can it be, Focus was perfect because it was 7 p.m. I can have dinner, be home, do that. Although the thing I'm worried about with the ad hominem is they're fucking kicking ass on the parses. You know what I mean? I feel like I kind of want to stick in this group because the chances of them having the Blackwing Lair raid 2 have a bunch of alts from their 1 that know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Means that we could just get carried all the way through the game.
Because I think the group 1 basically has BWL down.
Oh my god. They said they had the 4th fastest time on Horde. Clear time. And they said they fucking were dawdling too. They weren't even trying, so yeah, they're very good. I don't like the Loot Council as much, although they got better with it lately. I guess we're gonna have an add-on now. It's gonna show tracking of loot distribution, I think.
Okay.
Because it's a bit completely opaque as to who gets what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
There's no process. Or if there is, it's a secret.
And I really don't like Loot Council guilds because they just
with the Dragon Kill points, it's if you don't get loot, you still feel like you're amassing wealth that can be spent later.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that it's just you have an eye on something, you want to win it, you fucking bid for it, and it's silent bid. That's it. I think I like Suicide Kings more, which is like DKP. But the idea with Suicide Kings is that when you earn something, you go back to the bottom of the priority list. So you can't bid on stuff if someone else is bidding on it, basically.
Okay.
And then once they win, they go to the bottom. So it's like a cycle of everyone getting loot, and then you can spend your DKP when you're on the top, and items have certain cost points. And so if you're the person who has enough DKP for the item and you're at the top, you get first dibs, basically. And so the Loot Council to me only really works when you when you know what you're going to be able to get before you start. So when I was in vanilla, we had Loot Council where each class had their own class leads, and the class lead basically said who was going to get what if it dropped that night. So you're in line for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas this, it just seems like, who wants this? And then it just goes off to some fucking council for like 10 minutes where they discuss, and then it pops out and it's like, so and so gets this piece, and it's like, oh, cool. Like it's just weird. It just seems very like, I don't know. The talk I had with the leader was a bit, I don't know.
Well, if you keep talking with Meteor, ask them if they want a Shadow Priest.
I mean, it sounds like they were trying to fill pretty. It sounds like they were having trouble keeping 40. From what it sounds like they were having people that were quitting.
Yeah.
You know. And so they said there would be spots. So
let's check levels.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I wanted to get the WoW talk out of the way before we actually start, because they'll talk about it forever. Let me go on Twitch.
Twitch.
I'm gonna mute my
Switch.
Swatch watch. All right. All right, how do we sound, boys? This is John talking, and then Matt, and then TJ.
I'm talking now.
Oh, I gotta move my mic.
And then I'm over here as well, speaking into the microphone.
All right, let's do John again, and then let's talk to Matt, and then TJ.
Hi, my name is Matt. I'm looking up some polls and stuff.
And then I'm TJ, trying to pop out the chat so I can talk to our lovely, wonderful viewers, the Biteling Army.
All right, and this is John again. I moved my mic up a little higher because it's still a bit low. All right, John talking again, then Matt.
Matt talking again, and then TJ.
Okay, and then I'm over here as well, and then Matt.
And then I'm here, and now here's John.
Okay, we sound good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Sorry.
responded.
I'm just looking at the Real Clear Politics page, and it's like hurting my brain because there's so many different things. But basically, it looks like Sanders had a lot of places.
I really miss our old guild so much. Well, like,
yeah. Did Pajamas just quit playing altogether?
no. So I've chatted with him on Discord, so I have his Discord like tag, and it says he's playing World of Warcraft Classic right now.
Huh.
So I don't know. I don't know if I want to message him and say, "Hey, dude, where are you playing?" Or if it's like too raw for him and he just kind of wants to not be bothered.
Maybe he's got like he created an alt just so no one would find him while he's playing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't want to like bug you. Like, I don't think I feel like I want to like. I definitely don't think I'm going to level another character to 60 in Classic. I just think I'm done. I like my warrior. I'm going to stick with that. I'm enjoying my time on retail.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah. I have enough. It's enough of a commitment for me to farm gold for raid consumables every week that just doing that is like enough playtime for me. I'm not gonna level up another character.
Yeah, Desert Rogue seems pretty good time wise. Sunday's at 2 servers to 1. Like, it's just kind of like.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break before we start.
There'll always be a spot for people that have level 60 characters as people slowly, get out of the game. But okay.
Yeah,
what do we want to talk about, guys?
I mean, I put in work stuff because, trying to get another jobs, as I can mention
Work
that.
Stuffs. I know.
I don't want to talk about more kidney stones, but I had a day that was rough. It was fun. I started playing Pokemon Sword, like actually putting some time into it.
You gave me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares.
Say it ain't so. I
I
will not go.
Turn the lights off. Carry me home.
Yeah, that little bit of delays makes it where we can't sing together. It just does not work. Also, I'm not holding one of these. Just heads up. I'm not holding one of those right now. You didn't see this.
Oh, you're not supposed to have that?
I don't know. I do though.
Okay. What? Oh, I was like, you know what?
I mean, I still have the fat.
Yeah. What's the free Epic game this week?
Oh, that's a great question. I haven't looked.
God, I hate Epic Game Store. You know why I hate the Epic Game Store? Because every fucking time I leave my computer, I have to like re-log in, and it fucking has to send me an email. And it's like, why is this not automatically logging in like Steam does, or Battle.net and all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It's a game called Inner Space.
I love that movie.
I like that. Like these services had all these free games, like Epic did, and now like the free games are all kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Or they're all just like indie stuff. Like there was some big ones early on. And they're like, yeah, we can't actually give out like good games for free anymore.
I get that.
Still haven't spent any money on this store.
Neither have I. I'm sure someone has, but
well, like, oh, it looks like Oh, hey, they have what the free games are going to be moving forward here. Goner next week, wherever that is, and then Off-World Trading Company the 5th to the 12th. That's actually a really good game, but I have that. I got that through a Humble Bundle. Okay. Humble Bundle is the best fucking game in PC deals. Humble Bundle.
Yeah, that's what I've done a couple, but you got the Humble Bundle subscription, right?
The monthly subscription. Yeah. It's such an incredible deal. Like, it's like how I get PC games now. You know, like they used to have. I gotta log in. Oh, fucking A. Please just let me. All these fucking two-factor auth things kill me inside every time. I hate it. Now I gotta wait for a text from this so I can log in. But like I need it because my account fucking got hacked already once.
Lovely.
Humble Bundle. They redeemed a bunch of my games. That's the other thing with like Humble Bundles. Like, don't just let your games sit there. Actually redeem them. No, but like it's I think it's $12 a month for the version that I have. There's actually different levels you can do as well.
Okay.
Now it used to be you just got all the games, and now there's what are the different types? Manage your subscription. What do I have? Tell me. Can I? Okay. Change. Oh my god. Okay. It doesn't allow me to do any of this.
Ooh, Tecmo Bowl's on the Switch now.
I really wish that it would tell me what the other options are.
Like the arcade version of Tecmo Bowl is on the Switch separately.
Oh, okay. I have the classic plan because I had the Humble Monthly bundle, and then I was converted, and so as long as I keep paying, I keep getting it. Here it is. But it's $12 a month. I think that like if you, I think you can pick 9 games a month out of the 12. If you have the like that one, or there's a 7 and there's a 5. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I might bump it down because it seems like there's like 2 or 3 AAA games each month, and then like a bunch of indie games. But I think I'm getting a good deal right now. But like $12 a month for games. Like this month, the stuff that actually stood out was Frostpunk, which I thought about buying.
Okay, yeah, I've
over
heard
Christmas. Pathfinder Kingmaker, which I really thought about buying over Christmas.
Yeah, you're a big Pathfinder guy.
I think I hope I didn't buy it. Because I just got it again if I did buy it. I can always gift it, I suppose. I did not buy it. Yeah, because that's like 30. And then Okami HD, there's like the PC version.
Yeah.
That's like fine. Like that's nice. But then everything else is just a bunch of indie games I don't give a fuck about. So it's a pretty good deal. Because I mean, $12 a month is not very much when you think about it, and you get a bunch of games that you get to keep forever. You know what I mean? So
yeah, some DRM free, some Steam redemption.
Yeah, it's mostly Steam redemption. I want to look at like what the past months were. They've been pretty good lately, actually. Okay, January was Shadow of War. What is it? That game?
Well, Shadow Border is the first one. Shadow of War, the second one.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Shadow of War, Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Yeah, and that's pretty good. 2 Point Hospital, which I wanted to try out.
I think I want to try that with because I think 2 Point Hospital's on Game Pass for Xbox.
Dirt Rally 2.0, which I like. I'd like to try. Street Fighter 5 for PC, which I really don't give a fuck about. So that was an okay month though, like especially for like Shadow of War and 2 Point, which I wanted to get anyway for $12. You know, December had Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I don't have. Now I do, and then a bunch of other games I've never heard of and don't care about. December was Yakuza Kiwami, Soul Calibur. I think I skipped that month because I already have Kiwami for PS4. So then it's Soul Calibur 6 on PC, which I don't care about, and I already have My Time at Portia. In November 2019, I also skipped because it was Call of Duty World War II, the 2-year-old Call of Duty game, and Spyro Collection and Crash Bandicoot Collection. But I already have Spyro and Shenmue 1 and 2. But I already have the Spyro Collection. So, but October was great. It was BattleTech, which I wanted. And September was Slay the Spire and Squad, which I both wanted. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's some pretty good shit like in here. Like, it's definitely been worth it. And plus, you can always skip a month, like if you don't like what the games are going to be. But anyway, that's enough talking about that. I think we're ready to start. If you're cool. Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. I just wanted to get everybody hyped up for the podcast.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Ugh. Why does our guild suck so much? Sorry. I identify as a shitty guild member. Heyo.
Matt, just as a heads up, I don't have one of these. If anybody asks.
You don't have one of those.
No, I don't have one of these.
It's a 3DS XL.
Okay.
Yes.
But you don't have it.
No, my 3DS XL is over there. And somewhere behind me, I've got a Circle Pad Pro.
You are showing it on screen. All right, well, let's get started. Welcome. You guys ready?
Yes, I thought we were starting.
Oh, man, way to ruin it. Welcome to Born in the 80s. I am your host, John Dangereux, joined as always by my co-hosts,
Matt Haig.
And TJ, episode 383 May.
That's right. Did I not say what episode it was?
No, absolutely not. That's fine. We're good.
That's fine. And you got
Look,
me.
you're getting sloppy, John. Your performance review is coming up.
It's fucking Leap Day, all right?
It is.
This day shouldn't even exist.
It's not even a real day right now.
Yeah, I could kill someone and it wouldn't matter.
Oh, they should have the purge on Leap Day.
Yeah, every 4 years is a purge. Do you know how you remember what year's the leap year?
You wake up on February 29th and you look at your phone.
And you say it's still February. No, it's the same year that the Olympics always are.
Okay,
Summer.
now how do I remember
Summer
when the
Olympics
Olympics are?
Just you'll see any millions of ads about the Olympics coming up or news articles about the Olympics.
Screw the Olympics. Marble League's where it's at.
The Marble.
Or you could also
the Marble Olympics.
Or you could also look at what year presidential elections are as well for leap years.
Depends on what country you're in.
Yeah, but in the U.S. So you just mentioned Marble Olympics.
Yes.
I have to tell you about the new addiction that I have on YouTube.
Oh,
Did you see the thing I posted on our Discord on the YouTube?
No, but I want
channel?
to. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Okay, you okay? You know, Tired is Marble Olympics. Wired is the Marbula One.
Yes.
Inspired is this channel called, and this apparently is a genre of YouTube. But this guy's channel is called 3D Bot Maker, and it is diecast sports racing.
What?
So it is Hot Wheels cars. He set up custom tracks with like fucking, what are they called? Like railroad or a mile railroad, like hills and stuff, and like little people watching, and it's just the cars going down the track, and the like commentators talking about it as if it's like a real race.
And is it all just like gravity?
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's actually really exciting because the cars will have like different heats, and then right now in 2020 he rebuilt his race mountain that he used the previous year. So there's a brand new track for 2020. They're in the middle of the Ferrari tournament right now.
Yeah.
But then he also has the Race Canyon, which is a rally racing circuit. And so that series has ended. So you can watch that. But I have been getting into this. And I guess on the side, this guy is called 3D Bot Maker. And I think he's called 3D Bot Maker because I think it was originally a channel where he 3D printed stuff. Mm-hmm. Because he has links to an Etsy shop where he has lots of 3D printed track accessories for diecast car racing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the thumbnails and stuff, and the tracks do look really awesome.
It is. He has put a lot of work into these. They look really cool.
A Hot Wheels Mario Kart race.
Yes, yeah, there's a Mario Kart race he did. But yeah, like I've been watching some of the like races. They're actually like really exciting because it's just like, at least on the old Race Mountain course that he had created, it was just kind of like cars were like, I think 4 wide at the top, maybe, and it just goes down and it's like just a really thick like Hot Wheels plastic track, you know what you're talking about, like really wide. Yeah. And so they all just go side by side and they're just fucking crashing into each other and shit all the way down. But it's exciting. Like it's interesting how into it you get, because you'll like watch like the qualifying where everyone goes down solo and sets a lap time, and then you watch the race and the guy who like qualified first gets like fucked over, and the guy who was like the slowest like just wins, and you're like, yeah, underdog, and you're like, what the fuck? This is all completely random, but you get way into it for like some reason. But yeah, it's really good. The production values on the newest like season's been really good, and I don't know, it just reminds me, it's the same thing as like the marble racing, except for instead of marbles it's little diecast cars, and it makes me want to buy a bunch of diecast cars and build a track because it looks fun. They go fast. Because I mean, this is the shit that I was way into when I was a little kid. Like I had so many Hot Wheels and like the fucking loop-de-loop tracks. But like he mentions other channels too that do this, so I'm assuming it's like a thing.
Yeah, let's see if he's got feature channels.
Dude.
The HW Masters, Timmy's 10
Diecast
Toys,
for Life,
Nero 62 custom diecast.
Yeah, it's Diecast for Life was the one that I think he mentioned in a video as like hey, this is a cool channel to check out. This guy just does racing as well, kind of the same way, except for that his tracks are like outside and extremely long, like out in his yard. So, and whereas this guy's like kind of like trying to simulate like make like little scenes and everything, So yeah, it's trying to look like a real race, whereas these are just clearly like Hot Wheels, that are racing on like a plastic track where I like the attention to detail of trying to make it look like real. This Hot Wheels Master guy is just, apparently this is a thing that adults do, is just collect all of the Hot Wheels that come out every year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I guess that's like a collection thing you do. But
well, there were sets that used to come to Kmart, and a lot of those have actually closed down, even by me. And GameStop now gets the line that was originally contracted through Kmart. So now we just get regular Hot Wheels, and we just get these like 2 or 3 collectors that just, oh, did you get a new box? How many boxes do you have in?
Really?
It's pretty intense. People are into it.
I kind of I feel like I want to buy Hot Wheels cars now. You know what the thing great about Hot Wheels cars though? Well, okay, for one, they're little. For two, they're like $1.99 for cars, so they're super fucking cheap or whatever they cost.
$1.29 at my work.
Yeah, I was about to say they're less than $2 a piece. They aren't blind box bullshit, although I'm assuming they're doing that now, right?
They probably have some version of it.
They have to be doing blind box stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Can we talk about blind box stuff? TJ, I'm sure you can, because I'm sure there's a load of it at fucking GameStop now.
Everything. Funko has multiple lines of blind boxes, whether it's their big mystery boxes with Funko Pops them, whether it's their mystery minis box, which are the mini blind boxes. We've got Rocket League blind boxes. We've got we had these little balloons filled with slime.
Well, can you explain what blind boxes are?
Blind box is like trading cards, but with like physical toys inside. So you don't know what you're getting when you get it, and then you hope to get something rare or something cool or just something you want. And when you talk about pull percentage, even like when my store gets a box full of 12 of something, there's going to be a somewhat rare one that's like a 1 in 12, so there's 1 in every box. There's going to be some common ones that are 1 in 6, which means there's 2 in each box. There's some that are like 1/3 in the box, and then there's like 1 in 72, which means you'll get 1 super rare for every 6 full boxes of these things. It's ridiculous.
It's like gambling for children. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's loot boxes.
It is loot boxes. Like the first place I started encountering this was at Comic-Cons, and I think I don't know if that's where it originated, but it was basically just real life loot boxes.
Well, if you think about it, it really started with sports trading cards way back in the day.
Yeah, there's that.
You know, your packs of baseball cards, you're not going to get the rookie breakout star of that year. They're only going to make 200 to 400 of them out of their tens of thousands they make every year. So, even like complete sets, like you'd get the whole sleeve and then would have the whole big thing of sports trading cards. It wouldn't have everything. And then you have to try and fill in those gaps by buying the boosters. It's continued on from sports trading cards to collectible card games. You have to deal with both the fact that rare things are either really good in the game or good for collectors. So you have 2 types of people trying to get those. And then now with the rise of with things like the Funko Company with their Pops. Everyone's kind of in the market of little figurines, in the market for trinkets, whatnot. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to the point where they're blind action figures. Yeah. Like full-size action figures. That hasn't happened yet. Most I've seen is those Funko mystery boxes where you don't know what figure you get, but there's a bunch of other little cool things too.
I imagine somebody's done like a ton of research on what the appropriate price point is. Like what's too high that nobody's willing to take the chance, and what's just low enough that people figure, fuck it, I'll give it a shot and see what I get.
Yeah.
$25.
Jeez.
Weirdly enough.
I wouldn't spend $25 on something I didn't know what I was getting.
That's Funko Mystery Box. And in that case, you kind of know what you're getting. It's like a 1 in 8 chance of which figure you're going to get. And then all the other little trinkets, you'll know exactly what you're getting.
Well, I will say there were times that I spent like $20 on Hearthstone cards. And that's basically the same thing.
Now, there is a somewhat equivalent phenomenon that they've done with certain action figures, and I find this in the Marvel Legends series of action figures, and there's there's some of the similar style of different varieties, but they'll like come out like there's a Dragon Ball Dragon Stars series where they'll have this set has 5 figures. Not that you need to get the 5 figures to do anything in particular, but in each of the boxes, there's the Build-A-Figure where you have a part of another figure that you can't get separately. You have to buy the 5 figures to make this. Sometimes it's bigger than the other figures. Sometimes it's just about the same size as the figure. Like I know there was a Build-A-Thanos in the Marvel Legends series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing though as like when we were kids. You know what I mean? Like we had our fucking trading cards, Pokemon cards, all that shit. So but it for some reason I feel like people are just like the world we live in is gone too far with that shit with like loot boxes and stuff. So I don't know.
Well, and like if the economy does take a downturn, that's probably going to be the first thing that gets hit. Like that seems like the most disposable of the disposable expenses.
Yeah. Sorry, I seriously want to like build a bunch of these fucking diecast racing sets. Well, because like the coolest shit that they have in these series, and just check out the videos. They're really short. I'll tell you that at least the 3D bot maker guys are super good because they're not cringy at all. It's just like Jealous Marble runs where it's like just trying to be serious. So like
just like playing it
straight. They're playing a bit, and it works. Like it's really good. And it's trying to look professional, which is awesome. But is that they got like these fucking tracks for these cars that are like 3 wide. You know what I mean? So the cars are just fucking smashing into each other the whole way down. So it's always really interesting. It's like, I feel like this needs betting. You know what I mean? Like, because you could totally do that with this.
If that was the case, you're gonna. Because we don't know how much of some of this stuff. The way they do the cameras, it's definitely not in a way where they've like cut and whatever. But the thing is, I'm sure that in an individual race isn't like cut and spliced, but I'm sure that they ran multiple races to get the most interesting one to put up.
I think that is possible. I'm now like I didn't even think of that now watching this. I don't think that like I feel like that just the randomness makes storylines. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I see that.
Like you could try and do that. It just doesn't seem like, at least from what I've seen, there's no like, how could this happen this way? You know what I mean? Like, but you're right. It isn't live. Like sports is live, so you can't like do stuff like that. Whereas this isn't live. But
even like the Jealous Marble runs, it says don't look in the comments until you've watched the episode. Because people are going to have their spoilers.
You don't want people like spoiling.
But I could see that as long as it's well set up and at least tested out, as you've pre-tested before you do a run, I could see this happening on like Twitch, and then you can do it live. If you do it that way, that's where you can. That's where I could see like betting or something like that happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like salty bet, like just yeah.
There's already. Have you heard of Marbles on Stream?
Nope.
Okay, Marbles on Stream is a game, like just a PC game, where you just kind of set something up. You have a code that you have. Well, actually, you have people like hit like !play in your channel. You have the game linked to your Twitter API, your Twitch API, and then users can get their own marbles in the game. Now, everyone starts with like a plain marble. I don't know if the game costs anything for the person running it, but for the people playing, if they want to have like, let's say a custom marble or something, because everyone's got their username next to it, you can get custom marble skins that you can pay for.
Oh my god! But I'm just looking this up on Steam right now. It is
not necessary, and I think something like you can have 200 users get their marbles in the game, and it is it's just a physics simulation that kind of runs
Yep.
a la Gels Marble runs.
Yep.
I mean, there's no betting. You can have kind of like we're playing 10 rounds for the night, and you can have accumulated points based off of positions and places. But
holy shit, dude! I kind of want to play. It's free to play.
Is it?
So you can download it for free. So I'm gonna click this. Oh no, I'm on the web page. Sorry, let me open up Steam and actually just download it because it's free. Unless it's like 50 gigs, because then I have to move some shit around. But I'm assuming it's not.
I'm assuming it's maximum 8 or 12.
I like that game is literally just called exactly what it is.
Yep.
Because it's like built to be streamed. Yeah, it's 5 gigs. We'll install that. Why not? Just because I want to fuck around with the physics.
It says minimum recommended storage is 3 gigs.
Well, it said 5. So
I'm downloading it too.
I mean, it's free, so I'm gonna like fuck with it. It seems like fun to like have a marble physics simulator. Can we talk about another physics simulation game that I've gotten way into?
Yeah, sure.
It's called The Coin Game. You heard of The Coin Game?
No. What is that?
It is a Steam game. TJ, I think you'll be way into this.
It sounds like I would be.
Do you like redemption arcades?
Oh.
With like coin pushers and
I love those.
And a game where like there's a thing and then you hit a button and a little hand goes out to try and shove stuff off and you try and time it to knock stuff off.
Yeah.
What if there was a game that was just like trying to be a closest to real life physics simulation of all of those type of redemption games, including like the hurricane thing where you hit the stop, or that, or various carnival games like that exist, or the one where you have to like, throw the ball at the bucket or whatever, and like it bounces around and you get tickets wherever it rolls to. That is the game. The entire game is just that.
I need this in my life.
It is. Well, I'll tell you how much it costs. It is, I think, $8 or $9 on Steam.
Doable.
That's reasonable.
And
what's it called?
It's called The Coin Game.
All right.
I'll say a couple things. It is very early. It's early access. I think it's a single developer. It is a bit rough. There have been a lot of updates. It sounds like there's some new claw machines that just got updated.
Oh, there is a free demo too.
Oh, okay, cool. So you could try it. The guy is like updating it a lot, I guess. There's only one mode now where you just have unlimited money. There's 2 arcades. There's the UFO arcade and the starting arcade. Starting arcade has Teddy and the Ticket Takers or something like that. It's a animatronic band a la Chuck E. Cheese that's in there.
Okay.
There is a bit of a Five Nights at Freddy's vibe around this game because it's an open world. You're like in a town and there's arcades and you can like walk between them, and you have a little rubber band gun that you can just shoot. And now the only people that exist in this open world that you're walking around in are little, like, you remember that security robot that like fell into the like pool?
Yeah.
They look like that. They're like little obelisks that like move around on the things, and they like beep boop and stuff. And they have like canned like carnival barker phrases if you're at like the Midway Pier like place. And so they're just kind of milling about, and they like cheer at you when you win and stuff. It's really weird. Like somebody had some fun like developing the AI on those, but like the fucking craziest shit is in this game. So I was like, all right, I've seen both arcades. I want to go around and find that. And then I'm like, okay, there's like a boardwalk type Midway. There's rides that you can go on, like roller coasters, I guess. Whatever. I didn't do that yet. I haven't tried that. So maybe you can't go on them, but it seemed like you could because you could buy tickets. But then I was like, what's this place? And it's a gas station. And I went in the gas station and you can buy lottery tickets and just do scratch offs. And then I went to a place that was marked home, and there's this like home, and in the home there's a pet duck that follows you around in the house. This game is just whimsical, and it is just the weirdest fucking shit. But I could spend hours playing the coin pusher game on this thing. and like collecting stuff. Like, yeah, there's just some really cool redemption games, and it's fun. You can win a Rasta banana if you get enough coins, like the stuffed banana with the Rastafarian hat. You know, like all the things that you can win are like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird lore around this game. I really don't know how to describe this other than you should watch a video of someone playing it, or check it out yourself because it's so cheap. Because it is just fascinating.
Yeah, I loved that. The quarter pusher game was my favorite carnival game.
Oh yeah, you got that all you want.
Like, I would come out ahead in that game.
So it sounds like there's a Survivor. I'm just reading the Steam last update was about almost exactly a month ago. It was January 30th. So he basically ported the game to a new version of Unity, and he had a lot of trouble. But now the update has a day-night cycle, 24-hour day-to-night time of day system.
All right.
Or you can open up your in-game watch and adjust the time. Oh, the other thing too. Open up your watch and you click a location. It teleports you into a limousine full of the little robot guys, and you take a limousine to the part of town where you are. And then it drops you off, and you step out, and then everyone else gets out, and then the limousine drives off, and then goes super fast, and I'm assuming it's 88 miles an hour because it disappears and there's 2 flaming tire tracks. Which is just like all these weird like touches in this game are just charming. I think there's a go-kart or a golf cart that you can like find and drive around and run over people. Oh, there's a go-karting, indoor go-karting at one of the places, and you can just do laps of go-karts and earn tickets. It's weird. It's an incredibly weird game. Like, I feel like it feels like to me like the Frog Fractions, you know, like there's something deeper in this maybe, you know, because it's just weird that there's a thing. But I guess there's only one mode. It's called birthday mode, and it's just your birthday, and you are at the arcade, and you have unlimited tickets. And then there's a money machine where you just step in it, and it's like the game show, like
you
just grab them,
the flying money thing,
and that's how you get money back. But survivor mode, I guess, it isn't describing what it is.
I think that's probably intentional.
It's a battle royale.
I mean, that would be cool. I think the survival mode, though, is...
it's probably just you get a limited amount of money. And then...
Yeah.
You have to see how far you can get with it, or how many
tickets
you can get or something.
Yeah, it looks like the carnival rides, definitely you just are simulations. You just sit in a seat and can move your head around. This seems like a game that would be great in VR. I don't know if it's possible to do that with this, but yeah, it's just really fun. There's claw games. It's like any type of like total redemption game that you can think of. Like, we're talking like shooting basketball, skee ball. There's laser tag in one of them, where you play against the other like laser tag people. Here, actually, why don't I just screen share? Because I'm just kind of scrolling through some of the updates, but like, yeah, there's a go-karting, there's laser tag. Yeah. This UFO one this UFO arcade looks really cool.
This reminds me a lot of Retro Neon Arcade.
Yes. Oh, that's like 90% of the reason I want to get like a VR headset is because of that.
If this is, I didn't pay attention to the Steam page, but if this has VR, I might dust off my headset. And it looks like it's not VR compatible.
Nah. But you've seen these games like we're talking about here. We've got all sorts of redemption games.
Mm-hmm.
You win prizes. You pick, I don't know what they do. You just get like prizes. Oh, here's the house. There's the duck that follows you around in your house. There's the limousine that you're in. But oh yeah, there's this ball dropping game where it just bounces around.
I love that one.
Yeah, I know. There's the coins. There's Popcorn Pete and Friends. This game is fucking
Can
crazy.
I win a real iPhone though?
I don't think so.
Oh, I just the like light thing. I love that one.
I know. I told you that it's the Typhoon where it spins around. You got to time it and get 250.
Oh yeah, I didn't remember what it was called, but yeah, I used to play that a lot at the bowling alley.
Yep, and I like this one a lot too. The iceberg bounce, where you have to like hit every single one of these things, and it changes the color of them. I don't know if you've played that.
No, I've never seen that one.
I like this one where you have to get in the milk jug, hitting the
Yep.
the throwing the guys, laser tag. There's the duck that you have as a pet. Yeah, but it's, as you can see, I'm just kind of scrolling through more pictures of.
It's like your own personal Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Without
it's a weird way of putting it, but that's very accurate.
Without the downsides of having other people there.
Yeah. I really just dig the amount of work this guy put into this, like making it.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to
Does it say like how long he's been working on it?
Well, like looking at this. Oh, there's bowling somewhere. I haven't seen this. Oh, it's at the carnival. Okay, I haven't looked at everywhere in the carnival. Oh, and looks like there's also bumper carts in the carnival as well. And there's the dart throwing. The carnival looks like is what he made first, the outdoor carnival, because this is from June 30th, 2019. So it's been a while.
Okay.
It looks like it started with that though. Yeah, because there's bowling, basketball hoop stuff, all sorts of rides, dropper. Yeah, bumper carts, which I didn't get to do. Oh my god, dude, this is so cool. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, update 6 was in April 2019. This game has been in production for a long time. Looking at the Steam page. It looks like it launched the 22nd of February 2019. So, and it started just with the first arcade, it looks like. Yeah. Really cool game. I would recommend checking it out just because I think it's, a small developer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been working on it. It sounds like it's just a passion project on a side time.
Mm-hmm.
And his goal was just, I wanted to like make cool physicsy simulations of all of these redemption games. That's really cool. Big fan. I've been playing that a little bit. One of the few. Oh, it looks like you can also, the prizes you can win, you can put in your house.
That's cool.
You can like open your inventory and display all your stuff. Yeah, but yeah, Teddy. Maybe it's Teddy and the Ticket Munchers. Anyway, I'm a big fan. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, you can just put the items that you want inside your house. This guy has a screenshot of a room entirely full of Popcorn Pete dolls. So. Yeah, so that's a fun recommend. It's less than $10, so definitely worth trying. I feel like I want to see what the reviews are on Steam right now. Overwhelmingly positive. I mean, it's cheap. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a fun, weird game. Yeah, something cozy and nostalgic. Everyone's just like, this should be in VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not that hard to do it in Unity to like integrate the Steam VR stuff, but I guess the developer might not have a headset to test it on and stuff too, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the survival mode where you need to eat, go home, sleep, earn money by pawn shopping your prizes to keep going each day. That's what the survival mode will be. Because there's like food vendors and stuff.
Really awesome and awful.
Yeah. It's kind of, I think it's getting really popular on Steam, I guess. Maybe it's like starting to go a little viral, I guess, which is probably why I heard of it.
Yeah, there were some people in the comments saying like name checking streamers and stuff.
Yeah, okay. So it's been hitting the streams lately. Yeah, that's the fucking making games that earn money is so insane. You know what I mean? Because it's just like this guy was making this game for a full year, and then now a couple like popular streamers are playing it. So
yeah,
it's like gotten popular, and now he's probably made a bunch of money. And I hope the guy can quit his day job and fully just be making this game.
That
'Cause then
that would
more
be cool. The only issue is like if that slows down, then you don't have like a steady source of income. So you have to release like loot boxes.
Yeah, there's no loot boxes in this.
Like I always wonder about that because I've played around with game design and stuff. Like if I made something like an app that went super viral, but then if I just never made anything after that again that had that same like level of success, that'd be a weird position to be in.
Yeah.
Like that Flappy Bird guy.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, if you do mobile games, you can have ad revenue. You know what I mean?
Oh
In-game
yeah.
ads.
That does make sense.
Whereas you can't really do that with this. I mean, that would be an interesting thing if you were like a Unity developer, which is just a gaming like platform development platform.
Yeah, it's an engine.
Is the ability to build in some sort of like in-game advertisement. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. You know, I think a lot of the smaller like hobby Unity developers will actually make money by creating assets to sell on the Unity marketplace.
Which this guy might be doing because I think he created a lot of those like redemption game assets, and they could be sold on the Unity store, I'm sure. But the like idea of being able to put in like billboards in your game that could display advertising stuff, like I feel like that wouldn't be obtrusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you see
they already
like
do it in like racing games and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like why not just have the billboard be an actual billboard for something that's you can actually buy, because it doesn't like take me out of the game experience seeing an ad in the background like where I would if it was realistically, there. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways that like, these indie developers could get more money for their hard work.
Well, some of them do Patreon too, which is a nice way that they can get support from.
Yeah,
like,
I kind of want to see
fans.
I wonder if this guy has Patreon. I want to look up this guy. It does have a free demo though, so that's probably worth checking out. It's probably got a few of the games.
Yeah,
you probably have limited access.
I have already ticked the box for it, and I'll unpause the download as soon as we're done podcasting.
Wow. I'm trying to find out. This game's still not gone viral because I Google search news the coin game and there's no results for that game. Maybe it's because it's too generic of a name. I gotta put it in quotes. But you'd feel like
maybe it's like if you search for his like developer name.
No, if you search the coin game for news, it just brings up a bunch of Bitcoin shit. Is this game maybe making Bitcoins? Maybe. Is that what's going on in the background for this guy? Anyway, looks like there's a Metacritic page for it, at least.
Oh, yeah. I found it Devoted, DEVOTID systems. I Googled that and found his website. He's definitely makes most of his money selling Unity assets.
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing it right now. Yes.
That would be cool, fine. Too. Like, just make cool models and then rig them up to be easily inserted into a game. And that's your whole job.
It does seem to be what he's doing, is just making. I mean, it makes sense based on how good the simulation is on these things, is that they are very good 3D models. Like, this guy's clearly very good at doing 3D modeling. Yeah, definitely. It's $9, $8.99, not $7.99. So, but yeah, it's very good. But yeah, it's looking like he's got a lot of other stuff that is just like, hey, I make all these assets for Unity. You can buy them. Oh, he has a couple other games on Steam, actually. RC Simulation 2.0, where it's, I guess, a RC car simulator.
Yeah, it looks like there's some aspect of building the car too.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, it's like you get your hand on a controller too. Huh. Yeah. Well, good for this guy. I mean, like, I hope it goes well because I'm really enjoying playing fucking coin redemption games and earning fake virtual prizes.
So now I'm going to throw all of my time into creating a physics-based Hot Wheels game.
Dude.
And I'm going to make hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Don't steal Matt's idea. That's the next big thing. Hot Wheels.
I look to
streamers.
John for like what all of the kids will be into in the future. He's right on those trends.
Yeah. I'm one with the Xennials. Zoomers.
Zoomers. Yeah. I like Zoomers.
I like Zoomers as well because it sounds really stupid.
Okay, Zoomer.
Yep. It makes millennials.
It makes me think of a
dumb.
dog running around really fast.
That is also what it makes me think of. Okay, Zoomer.
Okay, Zoomer.
Hey, we've got the first coronavirus death in the U.S.
Hey!
Congratulations! Was it a very old person or a very young person or just somebody with a compromised immune system?
It was a 50-year-old man with underlying health conditions.
It was me. That's totally me.
Yep. TJ is 50 years old and his underlying tooth conditions. It got all up in there.
It also sounds like old folks' home was also done. Hit now with 27 residents and 25 staffers showing symptoms. So great.
Cool.
Yeah. I like this. This U.S. Surgeon General's official account said, seriously, people, stop buying masks.
Yeah.
They're not effective.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Like, no, because like people like are dumb because they don't understand how you get coronavirus. And let me just explain this to the podcast listeners. And this is the same for the flu as well. How do you get a virus? You get a virus. People are sneezing. You know, there's particulates in the air. Yes, you could possibly breathe some in. A mask could do that. But that's less likely because it's not like when somebody sneezes, it's not like virus particles are weightless and fly through the air and over that. No, you know, the sneeze is going to go in the air, fall around for a bit and fall to the ground. Like it's just how it works. It's not going to stay concentrated enough to get you ill. What gets you sick is going around, touching door handles, touching desks, touching things, and then touching your mouth. And so you're wearing a mask all day. You take it off, you sit at your home, and you start chewing your fingernails. You've infected yourself. Like you have to wash your hands. That's the best defense. Is just think about it now in your mind. Do you want to protect yourself? Is just get used to washing. I mean, you wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, but now just think of, okay, I went through a bunch of doors. Let's just wash my hands. Just add a couple extra hand washes a day and you're going to be more protected.
You could also just focus on like not ever touching your face.
Yeah, that's true as well.
I know like a lot of the podcasters I listen to, when they go to cons and stuff, like if you touch your face at all, you're going to come home sick with something. Yeah. Because there's just so many people mingling.
Yep. So where in your body can you get illnesses? You have
mucous membranes
that protects you. It's holes, mucous membranes. So that's mouth, nose,
vagina.
Eyes. For women, yes. Men, they have
urethra.
The urethra, which is much harder to get into, which is why men have a much more difficult time.
Yeah, a couple nails in there. It's fine.
You get used to it. You got to work your way up.
Yeah.
Just Google sounding tutorials.
Okay. Don't do that.
And then also look up docking.
Oh yeah, I know what docking is.
But yeah. So I feel like I interrupted you with that, but basically, watch your holes.
Yes, keep an eye on your holes. That's what I'm gonna say. Now I want to look up on my phone. I want to see how much the coronavirus has personally cost me. Looking at my 401k.
Oh, I was gonna say there's an app for that.
No, I'm just looking at my investment accounts. Let's see, because the stock market has not been doing well. Looks like $7,000 it's cost me.
Oh man, I wish I ever had $7,000.
Although that is fake money that doesn't matter because it's in retirement accounts I can't touch until I am well retired. But for another 30 years. But like, it's just crazy. Like, the stock market's gone crazy. And
yeah. So you follow that stuff, right?
And it isn't because this is a bad virus. It's because of what the reaction to the virus is going to be. And that is going to be, like France saying, officials have forbade gatherings of larger than 5,000. So if the US were to do that, that means sporting events, people aren't buying tickets.
Yeah.
It's the way it's going to be, because
well, and also just like with it being in China, like supply chains are fucked.
Yep, that's part of it too. But I mean, the real key is people are going to be traveling less. They've already had this apparently in the US. There are a couple public schools that are closed for the next 2 weeks. So, people aren't doing, it's just things are going to close.
Well, luckily I never have to go to another carnival or fairground again because I've got the coin game.
Yeah. Yeah, just play virtual.
Just stay in your little bubble.
Yeah, I think the
can't
worst
get
part
sick in Azeroth, and if you do, I have cure disease.
Mm-hmm. We just need those disease cleansing totems that the shamans have. No, I think the worst part about the coronavirus is that it's really, really going to hit the blue collar workforce the hardest. People that don't have paid sick days, people that don't have paid vacations, people that can't work remotely. That's what's going to suck. Like for me, I can work remotely. So if our office gets shut down, I'll be working from home. Well, that's just how it's going to happen.
It's really interesting what effect this is probably going to have politically, because it's like the perfect storm of, if the economy tanks, that's trouble for Trump. If there's a huge health crisis, that's like playing right into Bernie's hands.
Yeah, like, why don't we have universal health care?
Yeah,
be able to
it's
fix
just
this?
It's going to shape a lot of conversations moving forward in very meaningful ways.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's no logic on the Trump supporters' side on this.
Well, I think that's somewhat true, but the thing is that if you think about the Trump supporters, they're the diehard people that just aren't going to listen to reason and think the world is flat and that the coronavirus is invented by Democrats to make them lose the election, which is definitely things I've seen. But there are people that are just like, well, I don't want my taxes to go up and all this stuff.
Yeah.
There might be a point where those people are like, you know what? I'm just going to sit this election out and I'm not going to vote because this guy's too crazy. And I just won't vote for the other guy.
Like I have a friend that is a lot more like libertarian leaning, but his whole stance on Trump is like, you might not like the captain, but you shouldn't like sink the ship. Basically saying that like, oh yeah, he's detestable as a person, but our economy is doing good, so let's just keep going with that. Yeah. So if that starts to falter, I imagine people like that, like you said, either staying home or voting, like doing a third-party protest vote or something.
Exactly. I mean, like, it'll depress turnout. The bad economy will for the base, and it just adds fuel to the fire of someone else saying, "Well, I can fix it," even if they can't.
Yeah.
Because it's something like the coronavirus, which nobody can fix.
Because
it's just gonna happen.
It's more evidence for my theory that all elections are decided by pure chance and nothing we do means anything.
Well, it's all because we're in this simulation, and this was run now just to peak at the height of political divisiveness.
But somebody switched over to started playing Plague Inc.
Yeah, exactly.
They got bored with the simulation.
Switched the world simulation over to Plague Inc., which is actually banned in China. That'll fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
They removed that from the Chinese App Store. Plague Inc. or whatever. And it's like, okay, good job. We fixed it, China.
But still, like, to be that developer must be pretty weird to be like, oh, hey, we have like a ton of new downloads, and it's because, I guess people are getting sick and dying. I feel complicated about that.
Yeah, you know what the crazy thing about there's a couple cool crazy facts about the coronavirus. One is that there are 0 deaths in anyone under the age of 12. So this is a really weird virus. It's not affecting young children. Like, usually it's the youngest and the oldest that are affected. That doesn't seem to be happening right now. It's really affecting the elderly. This is like a boomer virus, basically. I mean, seriously, if you look at the mortality rates, it's like over 2%, of people over 70. And then it's like people ages
do they have
12 to 50, 0.2%. I mean,
do they have any idea why that is?
It's because older people have worse immune systems.
Okay.
That's just it. And the people that are dying young that you see, like for instance, a lot of those Chinese doctors who were in their 30s and 40s that died. That's because they were at the epicenter and they were working on patients and getting constantly re-exposed to the virus and getting a huge viral load.
Yeah.
So if you're just a regular person, you touch something, you get sick, and you're like, oh, I'm sick, I'm going to stay home all day. That's all virus you get in your body, and your body's just going to fight it out, and you're going to have a bad cough for a few days.
Yeah.
You might have.
But if you're one of those doctors, you're getting fresh virus,
especially back when they didn't know what they were dealing with, and so they weren't using as many precautions as they might be doing.
Mm-hmm. So when something affects the elderly and the very young, I get the elderly part, but is the young just like their immune systems aren't fully like developed yet?
Yep. Okay. Not fully up to power, which doesn't seem to be the case with this. So it's. I mean, there's a lot to learn. I mean, the virus has been in existence since December. So there's nobody really knows everything about it, but it's just really interesting seeing it. The other thing that's crazy is that we're seeing a lot of like these recent cases in Oregon and California and Washington State, viruses popping up and people being sick and coming in and being like detected to have it. Like, how did you get this? You didn't travel to China or visit with anyone that traveled to China, which is leading people to start to speculate that it's very possible that people are carrying the disease and not getting sick.
Well, that's the winning strategy if you're a virus.
Yeah. And so basically, if you have a good enough immune system, you're going to carry it in your body, not have enough of it for you to feel symptoms, but you're still passing it to people.
And then you get in all the countries, and then boom, straight to hemorrhagic fever.
You got to mutate that to get
total organ failure.
We just need to see if we've got a confirmed case in Madagascar, Greenland yet.
Yeah, that's true. Not yet. I haven't seen it. So Madagascar is going to be safe, I think.
Safe from some things, but they got those giant hissing cockroaches.
Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like this virus has probably been in the U.S. already, and it's already spreading. And it's just that with the majority of cases, the symptoms are so minor. Like, I read an article in the Washington Post that some guy wrote that he was one of the people off the cruise ship in Japan where he was, flown over in the evacuation jets. And he had contracted, I guess while he was on the plane, they were doing in-flight checks, and then he had a fever. And so he got quarantined and he had the virus. But he said, like, when he was sick, he said the worst he felt with it was like, I probably still would have went into work. I had a bad cough.
Yeah.
I was a little short of breath.
Yeah. I just looked up, I Googled the symptoms on the CDC site. It says fever, cough, shortness of breath.
That's it. It's just an upper respiratory illness.
Yeah. And if I had that, I don't know if I would even notice, honestly.
No. You'd just be like, man, I'm coughing a lot.
Yeah. Like, my upper respiratory system is usually pretty fucked just because my sinuses are a mess. Yeah. But if that happened, I don't even know if I would.
Yeah. So
it would be out of the ordinary for me.
Yeah, and so I think probably running theory might be there's a lot of people our age that have been exposed and are just not showing any symptoms that are beyond what you would think you would have with like a normal cold. Which the common cold, there are coronavirus strains that cause symptoms that are just known as the common cold. So this is just a little bit more deadly version because it can cause severe issues if you have a compromised immune system. So I think there's no reason to panic. There's no reason to go on Amazon and buy. Let me just see how much N95, which are the masks that you need to actually to do particulate matter. It's the same ones you use if you're painting. So I have some at home.
Oh, I have one of those. Yeah. All right, I'm set.
Yeah, you are set. I'm just going to go on Amazon and see how much these cost. Because let's just see what the panic is up to right now. All right, Amazon. Let's look up N95. That isn't one that's on the image. A lot of these aren't real. Here we go. 3M. N95 10 pack. None available. Oh, wait. From these sellers. Let's see here. $140 for a 10 pack from this person with $30 shipping. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is it's illegal in some states to do this. You're not allowed to gouge emergency supplies, which I'm surprised that Amazon still hasn't been cracking down on. I was surprised because people were calling them out. But yeah, this is just a painting mask. And someone's selling them at about $13 a pop on eBay. A single mask is $35 from this guy. This is absolutely insane panic. That's stupid. Especially because they don't fucking work. Like the doctors are like, yeah, you want a mask if you're sick because then you're not breathing out particles onto people. But if you're sick, it's going to get in. Like if you're not taking precautions, like you just need to be. Oh wait, and the other thing I wanted to look up was, let's see how much Purell hand sanitizers cost right now. All right, here we go. Case pack 2. Here we go. Pack of 2, 8 ounce. So just the little guy of the hand sanitizer. Let's see here. $10 from Toys A Million with $40 shipping. I feel like they're trying to get by somebody with that. They're having it for $10 with $40 shipping because, yeah, it's insane. Also, you don't need hand sanitizer because it's hand sanitizer is just antibacterial soap that you don't need water because it is in an alcohol solution. So just buy regular hand soap. Like you don't.
But also, it's a virus.
Yeah. Well, it'll still work though.
Oh, really? Hand sanitizer works on viri.
Yes.
I don't know. I drank a whole bottle today, and it didn't seem to be helping.
Yeah, so if you actually are worried about this and you go on, don't buy Purell, just buy this soft soap, antibacterial liquid hand soap, 12-ounce bottles, 6-pack for $11, which is the normal price.
Could I just soak myself in whiskey?
Mm-hmm. You could do that as well. But yeah, it's just absolutely. Does antibacterial soap work against viruses? I don't know.
I don't think so. Because antibiotics don't.
No, but I mean the flu and cold are caused by viruses, and you're told to wash hands. Oh,
that might be more just like the mechanical action of
I'm looking at here.
The virus.
Consumer Reports, I'll believe, will tell me right here. This is from 2009. Washing your hands frequently with regular soap and water is important to help prevent the spread of germs. While antibacterial products may seem like a stronger cleaning option, they're no more effective in cleaning your hands than just regular soap and water. Just the soap itself kills the bacteria and viruses because it's got the surfactants and everything that just wash them off your skin.
Yeah. I remember learning about how soap works and my mind was just blown. Like it's a certain kind of molecule where one end binds really easily with water and the other end binds really easily with organic stuff. So it's basically just like a tether that like grabs the thing and then pulls it down the drain.
Yep. So yeah, that's my advice if you're worried about the coronavirus is wash your hands a lot and don't touch your mouth or nose, which is really difficult because I fucking chew my fingernails and I'm doing this right now. But I'm in my own home and I've washed my hands today multiple times. Yeah, but I think people are worried. I guess there's health workers that are really worried about this now because people are fucking hoarding supplies. And it's like actual doctors need these. So stop. Yeah, and I just want to say this.
And actual painters need their masks.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to say this. If you are someone on Amazon or eBay buying like masks and selling them and gouging, you're a fucking terrible human being because this is an actual health crisis and you're trying to profit off of it, like people getting sick and dying. So it's awful.
Okay, but what if you do it with the masks that don't even work? So then you're not taking masks away from people that need them.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, it's just stupid panic. And yeah, I mean, like it's I saw the poll today where people were talking about how people in the U.S. weren't buying a Corona drink, a beer, because it was the coronavirus.
What?
Because yeah, you know, the Corona beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't buying it because of the coronavirus.
I think people are just not buying it because it's shit. I would figure if anything, people would be buying it ironically.
No, people are idiots. So
yeah, and then people like to sensationalize and panic, you know.
Yeah,
but
Men in Black taught me that.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals.
But you know what we need? Osmosis Jones.
Oh.
He could fix it.
Or Rex Ronan experimental surgery.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen Osmosis Jones.
Sounds like people are talking about how it's very possible that most of Seattle is probably already being infected.
Probably.
Because, and like I've said earlier, is it really does sound like there's a lot of people that probably already have this and they don't know it because they're not showing.
Why?
Because it's not as bad as the flu, like virally wise, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it is just it's not as deadly as SARS. Like SARS was worse, but SARS didn't start, and SARS actually was spread better, but it also was, I think, more easily detectable quicker because it was more damaging. So it was contained much faster. Whereas I feel like this is spread because, like you said, they put a lot of points into the spreading and not a lot of points into the sickness in Plague Inc. So it is spread pretty far. So we'll see. I think it's really interesting.
What's interesting is it seems like unless if stuff changes dramatically, the real results of all this will be from the panic and not from the disease itself.
Oh, exactly. Oh, straight up. Like it's just the panic right now. I like that. The best part is that our current president, Donald J. Trump, is an extreme germaphobe, and now he has to deal with this. So I'm enjoying the fact that he put Pence on it though. So we're all safe
because you know how good he is with disease crises.
Yeah. The guy who thinks the world is 6,000 years old is now in charge of
the guy who caused an AIDS crisis in Indiana by just pretending it didn't exist.
Yep.
Yay!
So as you're listening to this funny part is this is probably not going to come out until next week because I'm putting out the episode from last week tomorrow.
So congratulations to the big winner of Super Tuesday. Politician name.
TJ May.
TJ May. Surprise victory on Super Tuesday.
Yeah,
I was endorsed by Bloomberg.
Mm-hmm.
He just paid you.
Yeah. Also, Steyer needed somewhere to put his money now, so just handed it all off to TJ.
But did we talk about the Reddit ship about the skull?
I don't think so. I would have remembered that.
Maybe.
Did we talk about this?
We did. Yes, I thought we did.
But the guy who wanted to this one's bizarre, and a husband of 12 years has medical problems, and he wanted to talk about his
he wanted his skull preserved after he died or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
We did talk about that.
Yes,
Thank
we did.
You. Okay, I thought we had, but I was like, man, if you die because of the coronavirus, everyone tell your loved ones that you want your skull saved and your body cremated into 2 gems that sit in the eyes.
Yeah. Yep. No, I want my skull made into a bowl a la Ed Gein and sold on Etsy.
All right, so let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the my 25F boyfriend 26M causes issues in our relationship that I don't think I can handle anymore. It's pretty generic, but let's delve into this. I'll try to keep it as short and detail oriented as possible, but I still feel a lot of details are important. I'm not perfect. I don't expect perfection. I understand everyone is a person, and I feel like my standards aren't that high, but maybe I'm wrong. We've been dating for 4 years and met in college. We've lived together for 3 years. We split bills 50-50 the past year after 2 years of me paying all the bills since he was in college and I do not. He has college debt and I do not. He's incredibly intelligent and got a 4.0 GPA in college. Not that GPA is the only way to factor intelligence. He has no known disabilities, nothing that is knowingly prohibiting him from bettering himself. By the time I started realizing these issues, and it took a while for them to really stack up, we had already been dating for almost a year. I do love him. He has helped me through some tough times. He's supported to my growth as a person and puts effort into growing as a person too. That being said, that's like let me just say the statement, here's what's going on. Splitting chores has been an uphill battle. It has taken years to get me from doing 90% and him doing 10%. To finally being about 60-40. But his 40% can still take up 1 to 2 weeks to finish. When I do my 60% almost daily, me doing a grocery list, meal planning, cooking every day, him doing the dishes from these things 1 to 2 weeks later. He can cook meals that I do all the prepping for, and honestly, that is super helpful. He tells me all the time how he feels so much better not eating processed foods every meal. The rest of the chores often require me to redo them if he does them. It's a typical like boomer. If you don't want your wife to keep nagging you to do the laundry, just do it badly, and so then she'll just never ask you to do it again. Let's see here. The rest of the chores often require me to redo them if he does them, even though I have walked him through how to do each chore many times, since he often asks for help with the chores. Getting him to brush his teeth and properly care for his hair and skin was an uphill battle. I actually had to buy him a toothbrush and basically forced him, one of the things I have only ever demanded, to a dentist for the first time in 15 years. He had 5 cavities and needed 3 cleanings in 1 month to repair years of damage. I bought him new brands of shampoo and body wash since he was experiencing hair loss and cracking skin from using cheap products. Now he says he's never felt this good about his teeth, hair, and skin. It turns out he infrequently experiences incontinence, a problem he's had his entire life. His mom never made him see a doctor for it once, and he thinks it's normal. My main problem is that when he has these infrequent episodes, he almost never cleans up after himself, and I am stuck cleaning the mess while he showers off. This is one of the main issues that I have had a hard time dealing with. He refuses to see a doctor for any medical advice and has ruined our bed and couch. I really don't enjoy cleaning up his urine. Okay, so what does this sound like right now? This guy doesn't know how to live, right?
It sounds like her boyfriend's a puppy.
Yeah. Like, this guy just is like, you got a 4.0 GPA, but that doesn't mean that you understand life.
He's got baby kink.
Yeah, get him some adult diapers.
You're totally right. That's where this is going. But we got some more. Because I wanted to get into the next one that I feel like is completely and utterly not related to any of the previous ones. He also likes to go out with his friend D, we'll call him, and they get blasted together. He always comes home throwing up drunk, and D will just leave, and I am stuck with an adult who is throwing up all over the house. I've asked him repeatedly to watch what he drinks when he's out, so I don't have to take care of him. Once in a blue moon, I understand, but every time he goes out, he comes home belligerent. The final straw that broke the camel's back is tonight he came home at 1 a.m., came into bed, and then puked all over me. I work at 5 a.m., and no matter what, being puked on feels violating. He feels I am overreactive for being furious. I feel like this is the end of our relationship.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't sound like he has a lot of redeeming qualities.
He's literally pissing and puking all over your house and not cleaning up after himself. You're not his mom. Like, dude's got to learn how to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one I thought was good because it was like, I don't know how anyone can get to 25 and still have all these problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean,
especially just like the pissing yourself stuff. Like, You'd think at some point you would get that looked at.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, there was another one I was trying to look up, but like it. How can you like? Why do women put up with guys like that? I mean, Jesus, this like
Sunk
what was he
cost
doing
fallacy.
before? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I got one if you can't find the other one you're looking for.
Okay, I've got one that's about Matt, probably.
Oh no! Little did you know that this last one was about me.
Oh my God, you're the pissing and not brushing your teeth guy.
Yep. I don't have to brush my teeth anymore. I stopped eating sugar.
Okay, I actually have two ones that are kind of insane. Maybe TJ's got the one to go over. But this is the one that's about Matt, but it's not about Matt because it's about a different video game. But it's about someone with a video game obsession.
So me.
I don't have a video game obsession.
Okay, this one's good.
I've never played any video games ever.
But I, 21M, feel pushed away by GF 20, GTA roleplay dating life and obsession.
Okay.
Girlfriend I've dated for the last half of the year and been together with for almost 3+ years. So she was 17. Just doing the math. But I mean,
there's a lot of states where that's legal.
17, 18 is not that big a deal.
He's a year older than her. It's not like it's a creepy thing. Like he was 18, she was 17, whatever. Putting all her focus into her drama dating life and a role play server on Grand Theft Auto. So did you know that this exists as a real thing, by the way?
I did not, but I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people will have servers. I don't know if this is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, probably.
Well, maybe. It must. No. Anyway, regardless about this, is that I know this is a huge thing with San Andreas community, that people have like private servers where they do like role play where you play as like a cop or whatever. This is like a huge world of a game where everyone drives the speed limit, and there are like players that play cops that can pull you over, and you have to like pay them like fines and stuff. So TJ just took a dump, so he's got to spray his.
Not exactly.
Okay. All right. That's okay. I'll continue. So anyway, it's like a real fucking thing that exists. So this lady is playing on a role play server in Grand Theft Auto. I told her I think it's weird, but she says it's just a game. But when she's starting to respond to me less frequently over text, always talking about GTA on the phone, and when we hang out, she admits she'd much rather go and play GTA. It's starting to make me feel needy and unloved. She's been dating some guys in game that has later tried to pursue her over Discord and Instagram. They're clinging on her, and she knows what they are trying to do. After me having a long discussion with her how her in-game time spent in a relationship with some dude may be uncomfortable, she decided to stay single in the game. So what I'm taking of this is that she's playing Grand Theft Auto online and going on like dates by running around and playing with another guy, saying in game we're dating, and like doing GTA things like robbing banks and shit. And then she's going back to her real boyfriend. Like, that seems weird, like to even like do that, but I guess it's a game thing. Anyway, it sounds like she stopped that. However, she's still seeing people constantly talking about the drama surrounding it, and it's making me very irritated and distasteful for spending time with her. So I feel like I need to force her to spend time with me. And we actually do spend time together. He's always playing World of Warcraft, and it's all he ever talks about. Sorry, Matt. Back to this one.
I'm sorry. I was filling out my raid availability.
Yes. Because I feel like I need to force her to spend time with me. When we actually do spend time, she's only feeding me 300 stories about the drama/dating life she's experiencing in the GTA world. It feels like an obsession, and it's pushing me away, and it's making us fight more, and it's a problem. Considering I've already talked to her about this once, and the compromise clearly wasn't good enough, how can I get her to start spending more time with me or actually realizing this is a bad thing? Is it a bad thing? Am I overreacting to this? Sure, it's just a game, but when her in-game boy toys are getting more attention than me, like, it feels bad. I like this. This is bad. Like, it sounds like she's checked out. Like, the relationship is over at this point.
It sounds like what is it called? Like an emotional affair where you're not cheating on somebody, but you're going to some other person for like all of your support and emotional needs. It sounds like that kind of thing. Where like my question would be like, what are you getting from this that you're not getting from our real relationship?
Yeah. I mean, I would set it up as a, hey, let's set aside a time, one night a week where we do a date thing and we don't talk about World of Warcraft. Oh, I'm sorry, GTA. And I won't talk about something I'm into, and we'll just have that. You know what I mean? Like, just set ground rules. Like, I think that's what maybe step one is if you want to continue the relationship. Otherwise, it's very clear that she is doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, with her time. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to know more about this, though. Apparently, it's like a real thing you can watch on Twitch. Like, people like fucking doing crazy shit in GTA as like a real life RPing. That seems so weird.
Yeah, just the extended life of GTA has been completely mystifying to me. Like, just what it's evolved into and all the strange little subcultures that it has now and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? GTA servers are voice chat. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's no like RP date to this. It's just a date. Like, if you're talking to someone on the phone and you have virtual avatars hanging together, that's just a real date. That's like a cheating.
Yeah.
I don't know. Already
it would make me really uncomfortable.
Same thing as Second Life. It's same thing as, all those other things. It's just you're doing it in GTA.
Yeah. What the fuck is he playing though? Like, what is this? GTA RP. Here we go. Is it Grand Theft Auto 5? It must be 5.
Probably, yeah.
It is. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, and I guess there are RP servers that must be run outside of. Yeah, you have to. It's mods.
Mods to the PC version.
Got it. Mods for the PC version. Because I was like, the online thing, there's no way.
I mean, you can get a group of 4, but I think that's about it.
No, it's the biggest streamers are on some of these most popular servers. Yeah, wow, I kind of want to play GTA RP now. I mean, it sounds fun. Like, there's people that just do trucking for a living in this.
That is cool.
How fucking fun does that sound? To me, awesome. Now, this is going to get me into this now, and I'm going to, like...
that reminds me of a meme I just saw the other day.
Okay.
It was talking about, I don't remember what game it was. There's a game where it's like, if you want to have fun in this game, which is normally tame, it's like in Skyrim. If you want to have fun in Skyrim, you save your game and you just try and kill as many people as you can, and then go back to your previous save.
Yeah.
You want to have fun in Grand Theft Auto, you just go through the world just obeying the law.
Wow. Just looking at Grand Theft Auto right now on Twitch, the vast majority of people are RP servering right now. That's like the new thing. Wow. Because I'm looking at this. There's this. I think I was reading an article and there was a mention of one of the servers, and it looks like everyone's got that listed on their thing. Yeah, NoPixel.
Oh, I've heard of NoPixel.
It's 32 players at a time. And it's frequented by a bunch of like super popular Twitch streamers. And there's actually like 4,000. So this is dumb. That's 32 people on a server. Like, fuck that. That's just streamers basically playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not real. I want to like get some fucking real RP, man. There's I guess there's another RP server called Eclipse RP. That's 200 player server. There's actually like gangs that you can join and like do stuff with, or you could get specific jobs like being an ambulance driver and picking up players that got injured.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
If you're doing gangs, I would love to have the gang wars and tagging like in San Andreas put into GTA 5. That would be cool. You know, have like, you know, 4 main gangs, each with their own areas that they have, and then, you know, have fights for you know, have fights to determine those borders and whatnot. And
but like some of the like this RP gaming stuff is like people are going on like Grand Theft Auto and saying, I am in this server, the chief of police of this small town outside of the main city, and just doing patrols.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do as a game. It's a simulation. Like, and just like,
yeah. And I can see that if you just like, if you have a stressful job or something and when you come home, you just need something to turn your brain off. Just go be a pretend small town police officer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to do. Yeah. And so it sounds like some of these mods have like pretty specific extra stuff that you can do as well. Like just really like extra systems that are built into the game, I guess.
Those mods are so extra.
Yeah, they really are though, because like, yeah, there's like police dispatch mods if you're on the police side, where like crimes can get reported, and then you can drive over to them and see what's going on. This actually sounds really cool, and I'm actually really interested in playing this now that I've been talking about it.
You've talked yourself into it.
I have. Well, I mean, it sounds cool, but I'm not going to like date people in the game. It seems like most people are doing.
Well, that's how it starts. You're just kind of interested. And
then I won't have to worry about dating
lady
people
or
in
dude or space alien or whatever the fuck is in all of these mods now.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about it because I'm a guy. So. And the amount of women playing this game are probably very low.
Hey, you can be whoever you want in the online world, John.
That's true. You're right. But I'm going to play a cis man because I'll have inherent.
Because it's easy mode.
Yeah. I just want to play on easy mode, yeah. So, no. Yeah, so the best RP servers on GTA 5. Jesus Christ. Oh, you have to, like, fucking, like, sign up and join the forums and then, like, get allowed to play. Although it looks like the server right now only has 126 people on it. And the voice chat looks to be built in. I wonder if it must be probably locational voice chat, like if you're close enough. You know what I mean? There's no way there's different gangs you can do. You just have to download a client, basically, and connect it to your like game files, basically, and then you can join the server. Wow.
And then your whole life disappears.
Well, I see a Discord link, so I'm just going to join this Discord for Eclipse RP server. Just I'll have that. You know, if I want to do it, I got the option. Anyway, pretty cool. Maybe I'll try that. That seems fun because I've always loved the idea. That was like one of the reasons I wanted to play Star Wars Galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some of it was like the thought was you could just be like a trader.
Yeah.
Like going from one city to another selling stuff. And I think you could, like originally, you could just be a crafter or that.
A nerf herder?
Like in the original
That was
version.
the promise, but it didn't really deliver the way that I hoped. Like I envisioned myself being like a smuggler for hire kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I want to be Han Solo.
Yeah.
Like flying from system to system.
But I remember it never, and part of it was just that the game was so buggy when it came out. But I don't remember that being delivered as much as they promised.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I still had a tab up. But the other thing I wanted to talk about the coronavirus, this is probably why it has spread so much, is that this is something that's been observed, is that they think that the disease spreads before you show symptoms, and then after you show symptoms, it isn't spreading as much. So it's really difficult.
That's how you gotta
don't
do
go
it.
outside. Just don't go outside.
Never interact with any other people.
I mean, that's how I've been feeling lately with all of my anxiety problems I've had.
Yeah.
I just don't want to leave the house. Like, I haven't left the house oh fuck, never mind. I walk the dog. Owning a dog forces you to leave the house.
Yeah.
I'm just
There have been days where like we still have the alternate side parking because it's the Midwest in winter. And there have been days where I'm like, fuck, did I leave the apartment today? No, shit. I have to go switch my car around.
I'm watching a Twitch streamer who's playing this, and he is a prison guard, and he's just doing patrols around the outside of the prison, of which there are players in jail because they've been caught by police. So they're forced to stay in the in-game prison.
That's cool.
What a great use of a night. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to go play a game. Well, I'm in prison, so I guess I'll be in here for a while.
I 100% want to do this, and I want to be a cop. I'm going to be a fucking cop, and I'm going to be a dirty cop. And I'm going to let people get away with shit.
Give me your gun and your bat. Yeah, I bet there are, like, cops that'll take bribes and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's some money.
And if it doesn't get found out by, like, your superiors and shit, you know, that, like, because I'm sure there's, like, an actual, like, hierarchy of, like, the cops and stuff.
Oh, if that's the case, I probably would be something like internal affairs. Because policing the cop would kind of be my policing the cops would be my thing.
Yeah, I'd be deep undercover.
Yeah. Although I'm reading the chat here, and it sounds like the criminal factions always seem to be the lower population.
Yeah, because that's the actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah, people. I guess if you want to roleplay, you want to roleplay as a cop because in the game you play as a criminal. So
yeah,
the RP is the only chance for you to play a different type of game. The cop thing sounds so much fun because I'm watching this guy and he literally is just getting notifications of like breaking and entering reported on this street. And it's like, you just hop in your car, flip the lights on, drive over there.
Yeah. Just be like a beat cop doing your rounds. Then you get a call.
Hell yeah, dude. It sounds fun. Uh-oh. There's a huge car accident on the freeway. I think it's a criminal that he's been tasked to do a checkpoint for. This is fascinating. Actually, it's like that live PD show.
Yeah,
people want to just watch that, like Cops. You know,
yeah.
That's what people want. Oh my god, dude!
Is there a mod that just like pixelates everybody's faces so I can pretend like I'm playing Cops?
I like that. All right. Matt, what do you want to talk about in your life? And then TJ, and then we should probably end.
I watched a film.
A film?
By the name of Shazam. Shazam. To which I told Kirsten that I watched Shazam and it was actually pretty good. And she said, "Oh, the Shaq movie?" And I said, "No. Shazam."
Yeah. Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
Shazam is a movie about a boy that gets wizard powers that turn him into a superhero. And
that looks like an adult.
Yeah, it's big, but a superhero movie. And there's even a floor piano reference in the movie.
Wow.
But yeah, it's DC, so I went in with super low expectations. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've heard it was like superhero big.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. And the main guy, I forget his name, Zach something. I don't know.
Oh, Zac Efron.
I don't know, something like that. He's really
Zachary
good.
Ty Bryant.
Yes, he's really good at being like
Zach Galifianakis,
the excited kid in the adult body, and just being hilarious like that. So I would recommend it. I assume they're probably going to make another one. Hopefully.
Zachary Levi.
He invented
Chuck?
those genes.
What
Chuck.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's been in some movies lately. I feel like his career was like took a lull after Chuck and then that. This movie cost $100 million to make and made $360 million worldwide. So it sounds like it made its money back. So And I think it was fairly well received. So I feel like
Yeah. It
this
was
is a movie.
very different than any of the other DC stuff I've seen recently. And to that point, the thing that Hulu suggested after I watched it was Aquaman. And I think I'm about an hour into that before we started this podcast, and it is shit sandwiches. It's straight up garbage. It's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it just is just good. Like the Rotten Tomatoes is 90. Like,
yeah,
people said it's just interesting and good, and
there's some like cheesiness like in the costumes and stuff, but it's like camp cheese that's like totally cool in a superhero movie. It almost harkens back to like a 1980s Superman movie or something.
Really, that sounds awesome though. Like, and I think that's what a lot of people said, is that it feels different than like a lot of other superhero movies.
Yeah,
like it feels like not like what they've become, but like what you were expecting a while ago.
And it's like able to be kind of a light comedic superhero movie without just seeming like it's trying to copy Marvel. It's like very much its own style.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what some of the other movie like companies that are trying to do their like own like Marvel type universe stuff. I know that that new Invisible Man movie came out, and do you remember the DC Dark Universe bullshit that was going to go on?
Well, there was a Universal Monsters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
that's what it is.
So they were going to do a DC like Dark Universe thing where they were having like you had the Mummy movie. They were going to do like Javier Bardem as like Frankenstein's monster. They had like Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And who's going to be the Invisible Man? It was going to be Johnny Depp.
Oh my God.
Man. Yeah, so they had like all this, and Angelina Jolie was going to be Bride of Frankenstein. So they were like, we're going to like make it, Marvelize it, and get all this like shit together.
Yeah.
And then that Mummy movie came out and absolutely fucking bombed.
So was this Invisible Man movie originally going to be part of that before it was like retooled?
So this is the pivot. So they were like, you know what? Let's continue to use our Universal like owned monster franchises, but we're going to give these to directors to kind of do their own thing with and make them all standalone.
Yeah.
So the Invisible Man movie, which I haven't seen, but I've heard reviews of that it is very interesting and good, is that it sounds like the movie The Invisible Man is about a woman who is in a relationship with this guy who's like, I guess, controlling and abusive. And then he also disappears, and then she's living without him, and then suddenly suspects that he's still there. And he's just invisible.
Yeah.
Stalking
it's like, have you ever seen Hollow Man?
Awesome. Yes, exactly.
It reminds me a lot of Hollow Man.
Yeah. So they gave this to Blumhouse Productions, who made like Paranormal Activity and all those like cheaper horror movies. And they're like, let's make a lower budget. Like this movie, I think cost like $10 million to make or something. So it's like, this is going to make all of its money back. No question. Like, and that's the way to do it, man. Like, make something interesting. Like, take a different.
Well, you think about like how to make an Invisible Man movie. It's like a lot of the time it's just Invisible Man doing a voiceover, and then like effects have gotten to the point now where you can do just kind of a dude in a green suit that gets painted out pretty cheaply too. It's not like a superhero movie where there's effects all over the place.
I mean, if we go away from the horror side, there was Chevy Chase's Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I don't know if
I've never even heard of that.
This is, I think, late 80s, early 90s. Just some weird science. This is just like some business guy, and some weird science experiment happened at this building where a lot of things just became invisible, him being part of it, and him trying to basically almost live in secret because he's invisible. He ends up trying to like reconnect with someone who just thought he either died or just left without a trace. He goes out in public in some clothing and like makeup on his face, but then it gets wiped off when he's at a restaurant. But yeah, it was a lot of blue screen, blue bodysuit, but it was done with old school effects. Is the way they had to do it because they didn't have the digital technologies to replace. They had to use analog.
Yeah. The original Invisible Man is crazy too. I think the way they did that was they filmed the Invisible Man in like a black bodysuit in a black room with like costume pieces on, and then they used that same film with like his parts had already been exposed, and then you could just expose it to like a room to fill in the rest of it.
That's pretty cool. Like, yeah. So Shazam worth watching, huh?
Yep.
Hey guys, I want to do a little a break before we get to TJ.
Yep.
Have you guys seen the video of the Furby being crushed by a hydraulic press?
Yes. Do it again anyway.
I want to share this.
I love the hydraulic press channel.
This video. Okay. So you're wondering how I got here. the press is just about to crush the Furby. The little rewind noise. Before this video happens, there is a moment when you can see the life leave this Furby's eyes, and it is amazing. For those who are listening to the podcast, check out our Discord. There's links everywhere. You can find them. The video is shared on the Discord, so in the Bytecast discussion tab, so you can see this yourself. But light out of the eyes, it's dead. I love this, and you can't hear the sound on this version that I'm screen sharing, or on the podcast. Maybe I'll put the sound in at the end of the episode or something. It is horrendous crunching noise as this plastic is just destroying. But the best part is the very end. We'll get to. And its little like tongue or
it's
something,
like a tooth or something,
explodes at the end when it's completely crushed. So, yeah. Sorry, I just had to share that as a bit of an act break because it popped up on my screen when I was looking at relationships. .text, but that is the person put a quote under. This is how when I'm feeling good and log on to Twitter for some reason. Yeah, I would agree. Okay, so that was Shazam. Any final thoughts? Just check it out if you can.
Check it out. It's streaming on Hulu right now. So if you have Hulu,
my wife will not want to watch this, but I can watch it without her. I'll put that on the old list.
Yeah,
she's not into superhero movies, but I kind of wanted to see this, so I'll put it on my list. Okay, TJ, do you have any topics before we end?
Yeah, I also pulled something from Reddit ships, relationships.text.
Okay, cool.
This is originally from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and obviously we're three white guys on a podcast, so we're gonna solve racism.
Yay!
Is this the plantation one?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa!
I thought about bringing this one up, but
okay.
TJ is about to steer us right off a cliff, but let's do it.
Yes, we are.
This is a long one.
Yeah, we'll go through it.
Let's do it. This is the end.
Yep.
This is the last one.
This is the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Of the whole podcast.
Yes. Yeah. Because we'll be canceled.
Yes.
Which doesn't mean anything because we're white cis.
We'll get booted off of Twitch.
For like a week.
Yeah. My brother and his fiance plan on getting married at a plantation, and I refuse to help pay for it. My refusal to help pay and attend my brother's plantation wedding has caused a massive rift between myself, my family, and future sister-in-law.
Wait. Why would they be paying for their... Okay.
Yep.
My maternal side of the family is
This
white.
gets so complicated, man.
Yes,
just
it does.
Strap in.
My maternal side of the family is white, and I am the only black person on that side of my family. My mother had my siblings with her first husband, who died of cancer, and then she had me after a short-lived fling with a black British man. My brothers are white, and so are their partners. Now, I received my wedding invite a little over a week ago, and after finding out the wedding venue was at a plantation, I called my brother and told him how highly disrespectful and cruel it is for them to be planning a celebration at such a place. I told him that I wouldn't attend, and neither would my family. Sometime before, my brother had asked me to gift him $10,000 to help pay for things. Since my brother just overcame cancer and medical bills and eating up his savings, I happily agreed to this, but that was before I knew it was going to be held at a plantation. I told my brother that I could no longer gift him this money if he was going to use it to pay for a plantation wedding. My brother was pretty angry. He said that he had been counting on this money to pay for vendors, the honeymoon, and other things. And now they have a venue, but not much money for all the other things. He called our mother, who then called me, and basically she spent an hour yelling and chastising me. And for the past few days, I have been in constant verbal/text battle with everyone, and I'm starting to feel like I am going crazy for not wanting to go or have my money be used in that way. I am morally and ethically against it, and they are just saying it's not a big deal and that it isn't disrespectful or hurtful. I, of course, disagree. I live in the UK, married to a black British man with children. My husband also refuses to attend, and he's against us giving money if this is what it's going to be used for. I think that's part 1 of 3.
Yeah, there's a lot in this.
Yes, it gets more complicated.
So it makes sense so far. Just like to say this person is not African American, but a black person who
Black British, yep,
doesn't want to have their money associated or attend a wedding that's taking place at a former slave owning plantation. And
also, I still don't understand why they're paying for this siblings' wedding.
Well, we talked a little bit about it because her brother had just had a lot of expensive cancer treatments.
Yeah,
and she promised this money before she knew where it was going to be.
She was but then
brother, I don't know.
Don't worry about the wedding. You have the cancer. You're dealing with that. I'll help pay for the wedding. Like, just get better right now. And so she just agreed to do it. You know what I mean? Without any planning of where it was going to be or anything. Just I'll help you out because we're related. We got they're only half brother and sister.
Yeah. We got two more paragraphs before the base post is there, and then we got a bunch of edits.
Lots of comments, a lot of edits and updates because this gets messy.
My future sister-in-law texted me earlier today saying I have always hated her. Long history/hurt between me and her, and that I hate my brother. That I am ruining my brother's first few months of being cancer-free, and that he had to be hospitalized due to all the stress. He still has lots of complications from the treatments and surgeries, and he isn't in the greatest health right now. I know I'm not in the wrong here, but after this text, all the emotional abuse, the constant back and forth, I'm drained and starting to feel like I am. And that's the end of the base post.
Okay, so let's stop at the base post at this point. Okay, I get where she's coming from. So the people who are doing this plantation wedding, I'm assuming, are in the South. They are oblivious to what a plantation actually was and did. And they're saying this is no big deal because when you think about it, you're living in the South. These plantations are probably everywhere because they were all over. They're probably really nice houses owned by a bunch of rich people. They use them for event spaces because they're nice houses, and you just don't think about that part of it. And so you're saying this isn't a big deal. Get over it. These things happen all the time, which is, I think, well, I don't agree with it. I understand where they're coming from that aspect. You know what I mean? Because to them, it isn't a big deal. Obviously, that's because they're white, and it isn't a big deal to them. Even though for me, it would be a big deal. I would never do that or attend that. But I can't, say where someone else's headspace is from. But I understand why that, and that's probably why she's questioning. I feel like I'm crazy here. You know what I mean? Because I seem to be the only one that thinks that. But in reality, it's just this family sucks, except for you and maybe your brother. Because we'll get into the details more. Yeah.
And she's being gaslit too by her mom too.
Yeah. Yeah. But I get it in some ways. Like, the guy had cancer. They just went through a terrible experience. You know what I mean? And it's like, this fucking dumbass fucking fiance wanted to have this wedding at this plantation. Yeah, maybe we don't want it either, but it's where they picked. It's already going. Like, I don't want to change this. The guy just got out of his fucking chemo treatments. Like, let's just have this wedding and not worry about arguing it now. And she's like, actually, it's a pretty big deal, which I would also agree is a legitimate way to think about it. Like, it is a big deal. Like, yeah. So, I mean, I can see both sides having their own reasons why. I definitely don't agree with the plantation wedding side, but there's a lot of complicating factors into why, I think. But they'll be explained more if we go ahead. So go ahead.
Weirdly enough, this isn't my first post I've ever seen about people complaining about plantation wedding.
I wouldn't go.
First, it probably would not be the last.
I just wouldn't go. Like, no.
All right.
Go ahead.
In regards to the money, he had originally asked to borrow it. I told him I'd rather gift it, since I knew how hard the past few years had been for him. So it wasn't like he asked me to just give him money. So that's the end of the first edit.
He just wanted to like borrow the money.
Yeah.
Like until he got back, healthy, working again, can pay her off.
Edit 2. The only reason I feel this terrible is because my brother may no longer have cancer, but his health is on very shaky ground due to a lot of side effects from the treatments, surgeries, medications, and various complications from cancer. This wedding is being rushed for this summer because we are not certain if he will still be walking before the end of the year. Fair enough.
He's very sick.
Yeah.
Still, cancer-free, but, chemo, radiation, they do a fucking number on you.
Yeah.
It can take years to get back to full speed.
All right, this same edit continues. Me and sister-in-law have never gotten along, and she is the one who picked the venue and got my brother to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say she picked it to upset me, but I definitely get the feeling that she's enjoying me being upset. But at the end of the day, my brother went along with it, so I am equally upset with the both of them and for my mother with siding with them. Edit 3. I have been a good sister to my brother, and I have paid thousands upon thousands in medical bills, mortgage payments, and car notes for him. Left my own family to take care of him for months on end. Spent the last 4 years flying back and forth.
Yeah. She lives in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I want this to be my sister.
I know. This sounds like the best sister.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very disappointed to say the least. I have tried talking to him and explaining this, but he doesn't care, neither does his fiancée. Edit 4.
Yep.
Just sent a long-ass email detailing nearly every atrocity that was committed at that plantation. Specifically including the names and ages of many slaves to every member and the wedding group chat sister-in-law added me. I did hours of research on this plantation, including the brutality and the death toll of slavery, and with a reminder that I and my family are descendants of enslaved people not more than 2 generations ago. Fuck them. Her words, not mine. Edit 5. To every asshole boo-hooing right now, fuck you, and...
This is how you can tell Reddit sucks compared to Twitter in some ways, because I know what the Twitter's responses were to this.
Yeah. So fuck you, and there is no difference between this and asking the descendants of Jewish people who survived Nazis to not only attend, but to help pay for a wedding that'll be held at Auschwitz. A plantation is a concentration camp. Edit 6. Woke up to get ready for work and just saw a text from mom. Apparently sister-in-law found this post, and now she has done got the vapors. Which sounds like a British slang for something.
No, that's Southern.
That's like a Southern thing.
Okay. Mom just found out what
just being
Reddit
very
is.
well I never about it.
Okay. Mom just found out what Reddit is and texted, "You are embarrassing us in front of the English." Me, Mom.
Are they
Amish?
Amish?
For all. I have no clue. Me, Mom. The internet is for all, so this shit is international. Edit 7.
I just want to point out a thing here because I hadn't thought about it this way at all, but I thought the comparison to the plantation to Auschwitz as being like, yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
Until I read it that way. But you're right. That's what it was. I mean, we're talking about people held against their will, tortured, and killed.
Well,
that's
yeah,
what happened.
Especially since you found like the records of that specific place and all the horrible shit. It's
for
like
sure.
It's real.
Yeah, for sure horrible shit happened there.
Edit number 7. It is like 3 a.m. over there, and because I know my difference, that's either going to be like 8 or 9 a.m. in Britain. It's like 3 a.m. over there, and sister-in-law, she's not planning to sleep tonight, I guess, just called my husband. He picked up, and first thing he said to her was, "Mate, I'm not being funny, yeah, but I'm like with my missus on this." Or sorry, but like I'm with my missus on this. Yeah.
Oh, British people.
Oh, because she married Black British too, so.
Yeah.
I just think it's just insane, like, that you would... I mean, like, because I just playing devil's advocate, I understand where they're coming from. Like, she picked this because she was ignorant to it, and now it's like because I've done a wedding, and when you've already started spending that money, it's like you can't change the venue.
Yeah, John, did you make sure that no horrible shit happened in that barn before you picked it? What if there was like an axe murder there or something?
I did. It didn't come up when we vetted it. So if something did happen, I apologize to everyone. I didn't know ahead of time. So, but whereas you could clearly just have, they knew, what happens at a plantation. And I think the barn isn't even that old that we were at. I think it's only like 20 or 30 years old. So I don't think anything could have happened in there yet. Or if it did, it was something that was we couldn't have avoided. But yeah, so I just, it's insane. Like, how could you do that to anyone in your family? Like, make them do that and then guilt trip them about it? Like, sorry, I'm just like, I understand, like, okay, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go, but like, it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But like, not gonna pay for it and getting mad is like, come on. Like, I'm not paying for this because I don't approve of the location. Yeah. Like, and if I was paying for it, you should have asked me first. Like, also $10,000 for vendors and stuff is a lot. Like, our wedding was well under $10,000 with everything: vendors, location, invites, all that shit. So, yeah, come on, you're spending way too much money.
And I think most weddings going forward should be, less than $10,000 in total. I really do.
Don't ever spend that much on your weddings. Well, I mean, it's hard because my wife wanted a big wedding, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if it was my choice, I'd been in
someone's backyard.
We're having a short, small thing. Yeah, someone's gonna make ham sandwiches, and we're gonna do it in the backyard. Like,
yep.
Like, it's not my choice. It's her wedding day. She gets one. So let's go all out.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, that's true. When I die of coronavirus, still get to get married again. God, people are just panicking worldwide. I guess I read an article in China. People are panic buying toilet paper.
Are there more edits to that post, or is that the end?
That was the end of the edits for the post. I mean, there were
I think there probably are some Twitter replies with extra edits. But
yeah, so she is 100% in the right on this one.
Yep.
I was waiting for like a turn where like there was some complicating factor that made her look like an asshole, but nope.
Her Black British husband, her great-grandfather, I've just read this in the, not the Twitter replies, but in a Twitter reply there was more links to comments in the Reddit thread. Her husband's great-grandfather was actually a U.S. black who escaped to England after dealing with slavery.
Yeah. Like, it is.
So, her family, her children are descendants of slaves.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's weird. Now I'm like questioning the whole idea of like plantations being like these being used for this kind of thing, and like
it's just like the fact that people are like, well, don't take down the statues of like Robert Lee in the South. It's history. It's history. No, it was put up in the 50s and 60s to tell black people, no, stay in your place.
Right. And I'm sure there are plenty of plantations that are like museums and like have the focus of like
one's a graveyard. Robert E. Lee's plantation.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because like as long as you present it as like, here's what happened, here's like, and it's respectful to all the victims and stuff, like there's historical value in keeping a place like that around. But then like to turn it into like a wedding venue seems real weird.
Yeah. I forgot to eat my candy bar that I got from Britain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you handed that last week.
No, I didn't. Oh, did I? Maybe.
No, you handed something else last week.
I ordered this. This is a British bar called the Curly Whirly. So if you're from Britain, you know, look at it. It looks like this.
Ooh.
It's like a weird, like Mario brick thing.
Is that pretzel
like,
though?
Yeah, it looks like pretzels.
I'm eating it. It's caramel. It's just like caramel ropes covered in chocolate.
That's like a horizontal Rolo.
That's exactly what it is. You're chewing this now. It is chewy like a Rolo. A horizontal Rolo. That's the episode title if I ever heard one.
Dude, the horizontal Rolo.
Play us off, Matt.
I was just looking up where I can buy Curly Whirly bars.
Well, the 10-pack of British candy bars I got had one in it. And it was $10 on Amazon.
Our website is borninthe80s.net. You can find old
I'm
episodes
still
there.
chewing.
Yeah, it's going to take a
That's
while.
good.
You can find John on the Hell website, twitter.com. That's at John_danger. Join us on the Discord, YOLO420.com/borninthe80s. Matt, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, I guess, mostly. You'll see a fun new picture of my broken guitar because I knocked it off of its stand last night when I was hammered.
Oh.
And also youtube.com/MattHagMusic and WoW Classic Crom Crush. Pretty much all the time.
Yeah. Join the Discord, and if you ask me, I'll go ahead and share my Pokemon Trainer card from Pokemon Sword. Also, I still need a trading buddy that has Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, so I can get the exclusives. But otherwise, you can find me. That's at MayofMay84 on Twitter, MayofMay everywhere else, including on the Twitch. Hopefully, I'll be doing something this week, but scheduling's crazy. I'll do what I can.
Do some marble shit or some coin drop shit.
Ooh, coin drop.
Or some Curly Whirly mukbang.
Yep.
This thing is fucking awesome.
We'll have to clip this VOD later. You know, we'll highlight it and just show him eating the Curly Whirly.
It takes a lot to chew.
Close up on John's face.
I thought this bar was really insubstantial.
It's going to take you 20 minutes to finish it.
You get a lot out of this little package.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.